You think you're not expert enough to put yourself out there. You're waiting until you're the guru. Here's the truth. The guru is the wrong goal, and 12 months ahead is the actual sweet spot. Here's the lie that keeps you quiet. Who am I to talk about this? There are people way ahead of me, people with 20, 30 years on me. I haven't earned the right to teach. I'll start when I'm an expert. So you wait, and you stay invisible. And someone half as qualified, but twice as visible, builds the audience that should have been yours. Now, let me free you from that because it comes from a misunderstanding of who people actually want to learn from. There's a piece of advice I live by. Don't be in business with the person who's 30 years ahead of you. Be in business with the person who's 12, 18, 24 months ahead of you. Why? Well, because the person 30 years ahead has forgotten the road that you are currently on. They can't remember what it felt like to be where you are. So their advice is from that mountaintop so high, they can't see your trail anymore. It's true, but it doesn't land because they've lost the memory of the struggle you're in right now. The person 12 to 24 months ahead, well, they've just walked your exact road. They remember the potholes because they twisted their ankle in them last year. They know the fear you're feeling because they felt it on a Tuesday not long ago. They are close enough to reach back and grab your hand. That proximity is worth more than 30 years of expertise because that expertise is usable. Now flip that around because that's the whole point. To someone 12 months behind you, you are the guide. You're the expert. You don't need to be the guru. You need to be the person who's just slightly ahead with the road still fresh in your memory. And that person you think you need to become, the 30-year expert, is actually the worst person for your audience because they can't relate to where your audience is standing. Your "I'm not expert enough yet" isn't a disqualification. It's your single biggest advantage. You still remember. This is one of the 5 things I looked for in 25 years of casting people for television. Relatability. We are deeply selfish species. Now, in the best way. When someone's watching you, consciously or not, they're asking, what's in this for me? Where am I in this story? People do not connect to the person on the impossible pedestal. They connect to the person who's just one step up, hand extended, saying, I was right where you were 12 months ago. And here's what I figured out. The best people I put on TV weren't lifted 30 floors above the audience. They were lifted 1 floor, close enough to relate to, just far enough to look up to. That 1 floor gap, that's the entire magic. So stop trying to climb 30 floors before you'll let yourself be seen. The person on the floor below you needs the view from exactly where you're standing right now, today. So here's how you lead from 12 months ahead. Identify who's 12 to 24 months behind you. That's not everyone, right? The specific version of you from a year or 2 years ago. What were they confused about, scared of, stuck on? That person is your audience, and you are perfectly, uniquely qualified to help them because you were them. Now, you teach the road, not the mountaintop. Don't try to sound like the 30-year guru with the grand theories. Tell them the specific potholes you just hit and how you got around them. Here's the mistake I made last year. Here's the thing I wish someone had told me 18 months ago. That's the content that connects because it's relatable and it's real. And lastly, lead with the struggle, not just the win. Show them the valley you climbed out of, not just the summit photo. Remember, we post our best 15 minutes. The connection lives in the other 23 hours and 45 minutes, the part where you were exactly as lost as they are now. That honesty is what makes them trust you enough to follow. Trust me on that. So here's what I really want you to hear. the expertise you're waiting to earn before you let yourself be seen, you already have enough of it. Now, not enough to impress the gurus, but more than enough to genuinely help the person one step behind you. And helping that person is the work. It's not a consolation prize until you become the guru. It's the whole job forever. Even I, after 25 years, I'm just about 12 to 24 months ahead of the people I help most on this specific road of building a brand. I'm in it with you. That's not a weakness. That's exactly why I can help you. You don't have to be the best. You have to be the one who remembers. And you do. Now, to lead from where you are, you need to know the specific thing you're uniquely qualified to guide people on. Your road, your only, not a generic expert claim, the exact live path that makes you the perfect guide for the person right behind you. So what I want you to do is go to findyouronly.app. That's findyouronly.app. It's free, 8 questions under 8 minutes. It's going to find the road only you have walked, the one you can reach back and guide someone down. So you can stop waiting to become the guru and start helping the person 12 months behind you today. You don't need to be the best. Be the only. Be the person who remembers the road. Be the $2 bill.